Yes, we were discussing about the use of a life cycle model. Now, next, the develop here the development team must identify a suitable life cycle model. Also, this life cycle model help in developing a software in a systematic and a disciplined manner. We have a different life cycle model that will be described by me in the coming classes. So, according to the type of project, we have to decide which type of life cycle model we are going to use for our product. Now, when we use a life cycle model, we work in a team. When software is being developed by a team, there must be a precise understanding among team members as when to do and what to do. As we start with the planning phase and we go on up to maintenance, so there should be a coordination between each members of the team. Some people are involved in planning, some people are involved in requirement and analysis, some people are involved in designing, some are engaged in doing coding, then some people are engaged in doing testing, and some of the few members are involved in maintenance. So there should be a proper coordination among these members. Otherwise, there should be a very chores, or it can lead to a project failure because the complexity increases. And if there will be no proper coordination among the team members, then uh, the product cannot be developed in a systematic manner. Now, a software product will never succeed if once the engineers start writing code, another concentrates on test document first, if some are busy in defining the file structure, or if somebody is engaged in input output portion. No, if the person who are working with the planning phase, first they have to do the proper planning. After that, then the member should test for the requirement analysis and specification. There should be a proper flow of each phases of the software development life cycle. Now, there is a phase entry, there is a phase entry and the exit criteria. Each phase have a entry criteria and a exit criteria, and it must be followed while developing a software. Now, what is phase exit criteria? A software requirement specification document is complete, reviewed and approved by the customer. Then only we can exit from a phase. In every phase we do the proper documentation, whether it is a software requirement and specification, which is also known as SRS phase, in designing phase, in coding phase. In each phase we do the proper documentation, or you can say that proper specification. This specification must be complete, reviewed and approved by the customer. Then only we can move to the next phase. And there is a phase can only start if the phase entry criteria is satisfied. A life cycle model defines a entry and a exit criteria. Now, if we have a life cycle and a project management, then how a life cycle is going to help in project management? when a life cycle model is followed, then it become very easy for the project manager to check the project development at any time, and it can accurately tell where the project is now, whether it is at designing, coding, testing, etc. So using a project documentation, it will be easy for the project manager to see at which phase the project is now. Now we have a different life cycle model: waterfall model, V model, evolutionary model, prototyping model, spiral model, agile model. These all are traditional life cycle model for the software development. Each model will be explained by me in detail in the coming classes. We will also see that what are the different activities that we performed under each phase. Thank you for the today. Hope you have enjoyed the learning.